Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more latest news now. Haven't really mentioned, but I'm going to mention it to you right now. This is Daley Blind, Manchester United, reportedly now it says it's in quite a few media outlets that he fears his career could be over at Manchester United in the summer, because I think, actually Manchester United are preparing to cash in on Daley Blind, next summer as well in the current process. We know Daley Blind is a player that's also coming to an end of his deal. I haven't really mentioned, but he's coming to an end of his deal, just like Fellaini's coming to an end of his deal. Mata's coming to an end of his deal as well at United. We've got other players such as Herrera, who's coming to an end of his deal, but we have the option to put a 1 year extension on his contract, which should take on the contract to 2019. We've got the same with, we got the option to put a current extension on Herrera's contract as well. We've got the option with Ashley Young to put a 12-month extension on his contract term as well. So Daley Blind's basically in a situation because Ashley Young, he's yet to sign a new deal. Herrera's, yet to sign a new deal. Man United before have been in talks of trying to secure Herrera a new deal with the club. But it has been confirmed that, Daley Blind is coming to an end of his deal. Reportedly Man United have not yet been in talks over securing Daley Blind a new contract at Old Trafford. But it has suggested how, Man United are preparing to cash in on the player in the next summer, but he does come to an end of his contract next summer. But we do have that option to put a 12-month extension on his contract. That'll take till 2019, and then Manchester United could actually cash in for him next summer if we do put that extension. If we do put that 1 year extension on his current contract. But it has confirmed we haven't been in discussions yet or talks over securing Daley Blind a new deal with the club. It has mentioned that Inter Milan have reportedly been interested in Daley Blind as well, because Daley Blind is another player, because Daley Blind's like, his versatility is good. Daley Blind can play at the left back, he can play at the centre back, and he can also operate as a defensive midfielder, can Daley Blind as well. But he fears his career could be over and he could be sold in the summer. I don't think Daley Blind does want to leave Old Trafford basically, but I said we could lose quite a few players. He says we have to sell before we can buy, so we'll have to address them replacements. So basically, we could lose quite a few players as well in the current process. But Daley Blind, who's not featured in the Premier League much this season, so he's getting a lack of game time, just like Luke Shaw's getting a lack of game time. He hasn't played at all in the Premier League this season, just like Damian's getting lack of game time as well. But Daley Blind's only played 3 times in the Premier League this season. He has played a lot in the Champions League, to be fair, has Daley Blind, but in the Premier League this season he's only played 3 times, and there's 14 games gone so far, in the Premier League. But Daley Blind is a player that has been at Old Trafford since 2014. He's nearly hit 100 appearances now for Manchester United in the Premier League. He's made about 87 appearances, scored 4 goals, very, very good, during his time with Ajax, because he did rise up the youth system, with Ajax as well. Did Daley Blind. He won 4 Eredivisie titles, with Ajax. He made his full senior international debut in 2013, and he also was a member of the Dutch squad that finished 3rd in the 2014 FIFA World Cup, and earned 50 caps for them as a Daley Blind in the current process. Daley Blind's now, basically in the same situation, as Ashley Young as well. Matteo Darmian as well, and Herrera. But as I'm saying, Ashley Young without doubt has been our best player on that left hand side. Ashley Young has operated fantastically well at that left back position, because we knew before that, we thought Ashley Young wasn't going to be the player that was going to be playing regularly. We just thought Ashley Young was going to be used there as a squad player. But we also have the option to put a 1 year extension on his current contract as well. But Ashley Young without doubt has been our best player at the left back position so far this season, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Scoring 2 fantastic goals on Tuesday night as well. But Daley Blind's not Mourinho's preferred choice now, as you've seen this season in the Premier League especially. With Damian, not Jose Mourinho's preferred choice, definitely not Luke Shaw. So them 3 players could leave Manchester United as well. Luke Shaw could go in January, Daley Blind could go in the summer, and Damian could potentially go as well, because a few teams are keen on going for him in January as well. So Daley Blind now fears his Manchester United career could be of and this is being reported in the press as well. And Daley been good at Ajax. He become more of a regular for Ajax, you know, after he come off his loan spell with Groningen, I think. But we've had Daley Blind since 2014, but he is down this season in the Premier League, falling down the pecking order as well. But Manchester United, you know, do have the option to also, you know, Ashton's been fantastic this season. We do have the option to put a 1-year extension on these contracts as well, which I do think will happen. You know, we've got you know, we've also, you know, got Matteo Darmian, reports stemmed from Italy the other day that also Inter Milan have been interested in him. Roma are considering making a loan move, and Napoli have been interested in him as well. Matteo Darmian, because Matteo Darmian's been at Old Trafford since 2015. You know, we purchased him for Torino for just over £12 million as well, and he was very, very good. You know, with Torino, he had 4 fantastic years there. You know, when he come to Old Trafford, you know, he won the FA Cup in his first season with Manchester United. Did Matteo Darmian as well, made his international debut in 2014 as well. Did Matteo Darmian as well in the current process. And Matteo Darmian, you know, started his career with Inter Milan. That's what he made his debut at just the age of 17. He was up the ranks there. And then after Inter Milan, where did he go after Inter Milan? Matteo Darmian. He went to Parma, didn't he? He went somewhere on loan, then went to Parma, and then went to Torino for the 4 seasons. But his agent, Darmian's agent, has confirmed he has received no offers yet to leave Manchester United. And he's also versatile because he can play on each full back position. You know, he can play at the left back position. You know, he can play at the right back position. He hasn't featured much this season, as well as Matteo Darmian. But there has been teams that have reportedly, you know, been interested in him as well. So we could still see potentially him leave. And we know Luke Shaw, he's another player. You know, we do have the option to put a 1-year extension on his contract as well, which will take him under contract till 2019 as well. Luke Shaw. And Luke Shaw is frustrated with the lack of game time he's getting. Luke Shaw has not played in the Premier League this season. We know he hasn't been the same, Luke Shaw, you know, basically, you know, since he broken his foot. And we know that he's known for their injuries, Luke Shaw. And we know made his England team debut in 2014. We know we purchased him for Southampton back in 2014 for £29 million as well, the current player. But we know the Jose Mourinho, he's 4th or 5th choice left back now. He's Luke Shaw in the current process. 4th, 5th choice left back now is Luke Shaw, as we all know. And he did say before that Luke Shaw feels his career could be over after, you know, a fallout with Jose Mourinho. Mourinho would give him a lot of criticism last season as well. But Luke Shaw's only played 32 times for Manchester United, you know, since he's come to the club, and he's still young. And Luke Shaw, you know, may want to go elsewhere, you know, to get more game time. And it's said, you know, Newcastle are interested in getting him on a loan deal. Rafa Benitez is interested. But I don't think Newcastle are keen on getting him on a permanent deal. But I think they're keen on getting Luke Shaw on loan deal. It's also said Chelsea and Arsenal have been interested. There's been talks about him potentially maybe going back to Southampton. But I think Southampton have to offload Ryan Bertrand if Southampton had to get Luke Shaw back, because Ryan Bertrand, City have been heavily interested in Ryan Bertrand as well, because obviously City spent a lot of money on fullbacks back in August, but due to one of their summer signings, Benjamin Mendy got injured. You know, they're in search for another fullback. Manchester City and City are interested in Ryan Bertrand as well. But there's also been talk, you know, about Danny Rose and Luke Shaw as a potential swap deal. And it has said in the press that Man United are basically, you know, willing to offer £40 million plus offer Luke Shaw for basically Manchester United to go on and get Danny Rose. And I said, you know, Danny Rose would be a fantastic, suitable replacement for Luke Shaw. That's in my own opinion. He would be a fantastic replacement, Danny Rose. Danny Rose has been at Tottenham 10 years. He's still under contract with Tottenham until 2021. He's Danny Rose as well. And we know he was out of the Tottenham squad for about 9 or 10 months, was Danny Rose. But he's angry with his manager because Pochettino, you know, Pochettino didn't play Danny Rose in North London Derby. Pochettino didn't play Danny Rose in the West Brom game as well. And Danny Rose was not satisfied about this. And as I said, he did say he was willing to turn Chelsea down, and he would make a move to Manchester United with Danny Rose, because Danny Rose did say he was not satisfied with Tottenham's lack of investment in the August window. And Danny Rose also said, you know, he wasn't happy with the wages he was receiving. And, you know, there's teams out there that can offer him better wages or even double his wages, you know, such as Manchester United as well. But he has been a lot of teams on loan as Danny Rose. Rose, but I think his defensive distribution, his attacking instinct's very, very good. He reads the game very, very well, and he'd be very, very generous on that left-hand side, Danny Rose, if we basically, was to get the play. But it has been at Tottenham 10 years. It's unclear whether Tottenham are going to be prepared, if Tottenham are going to let him go in January, sell him in January, or wait until next summer, then currently sell him as well. But that we're not sure about that yet. But I think he's the favourite player to replace Luke Shaw, that left back position. But there has been talks about Luke Shaw and Danny Rose of a potential swap deal as well. And reportedly he's told friends he does want to join Old Trafford as well, does Danny Rose. But Tottenham are obviously, eyeing out replacements, for Danny Rose because his future is uncertain with Tottenham. And as I said, Tottenham have basically identified Ryan Sessegnon as a fantastic replacement for Danny Rose, because obviously Ryan Sessegnon has also been on Manchester United's agenda as well, and it is confirmed Jose Mourinho, does want to address that left-hand side, as we all know. Ryan Sessegnon, Tottenham have been interested in during the August window. I think Tottenham had a £25 million bid turned down for Ryan Sessegnon back in August. It's also confirmed Manchester United have been interested. A few teams had been interested in Ryan Sessegnon as well. And he plays for Fulham in the Championship, but I tell you what, with Fulham, he's risen up the youth system fantastically well with Fulham as Ryan Sessegnon. To be fair to him, he was fantastic on his first team debut last season. He appeared in 30 games for Fulham last season. Did Ryan Sessegnon, and Ryan Sessegnon made his first team debut last season against Leyton Orient in the AFL Cup. Made his first league debut against Leeds United, his first team league debut against Leeds United, and scored his first goal against Cardiff as well. And after that he became the first player. What would it say now? He scored against Cardiff. He also scored in his Cardiff FA Cup debut as well. But Ryan Sessegnon, he scored against Cardiff He became the youngest player, to score in a Championship match. Plus, he became the first player. Right there. He became the first player, basically, it said he became the first player, in the English leagues, to be born in the 2000s and to score in a first team game. And he said he became the youngest player to score in a Championship match as well. So that is a record as well for him. And I said he scored in his FA Cup debut against Cardiff as well. But Ryan Sessegnon did sign a 3-year deal with Fulham back in June as well. But if Fulham do not gain promotion this season or go up, then, Ryan Sessegnon, may leave Fulham. And he's only 17 years of age as well. So it would be good to see him come and experience the Premier League. I think he'd do well in the Premier League. He's doing very, very well in the Championship. But due to his fantastic performances, especially this season as well, you could say, the way he's performing, he's too good for the Championship. And you could say, he's a Premier League player at the moment. Give him this season, and I think he'll turn out to be a Premier League player, Ryan Sessegnon. But he can play on the left, can't he? Because he can play on the left wing, he can play at the left back as well. So that would be very, very good. And I'd like even Ryan Sessegnon at Manchester United as well. But obviously on that left-hand side, we've got two young age prospects. We've got Martial and we've got, Marcus Rashford as well. So, Tottenham have identified him as a good replacement for Danny Rose. If Danny Rose is actually to leave Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But the board have made it clear about Manchester United we have to sell before we can buy. It come out in the press the other week that the board had promised Jose Mourinho, free Galactico signings as well. And it's just basically said, Jose Mourinho has identified, four left-footed players. It has mentioned in the press, that that reportedly with Jose Mourinho's changed transfer plans a little bit, due to, the form of Antonio Martial, because Martial's form has been absolutely phenomenal, this season. He's grown and developed into his game, just like Marcus Rashford, to be quite fair. He's grown and developed into his game. He's got 8 goals this season. He's made over the century, appearances for Manchester United now as Antonio Martial, and he's been absolutely phenomenal this season, getting his name on the score sheet on Tuesday night as well. But I think now, due based on his performances this season, Jose Mourinho's got a lot of trustworthy in the play now. So basically, it did say with, Man United had culled of interest in Griezmann and Gareth Bale, due to Martial's form. It would save us a lot of money. It would save us a lot of money if that did happen. But in my opinion, we need to address that left hand side, and we do need a creative winner because Martial is still only young. There's still improvements needed in Martial and that, and he's still got all of his career ahead of him because he will get better and better and better and better, will Antonio Martial. But I still think, we need a creative winger as well to help and support Martial and Marcus Rashford and all that as well, in my opinion. But saying, about the Gareth Bale situation, as I'm going to say, Gareth Bale has been heavily linked with a move to Manchester United, as we all know. Gareth Bale's agent has actually come out and he has suggested out that Gareth Bale is his agent has said he's happy, with Real Madrid. He's going to end his career in Spain with Real Madrid. We went for Bale, back in the Moyes era, went for him in 2016, but he's still saying Man United could, actually make a third attempt, to go for Gareth Bale as well, because when what had concerned Jose Mourinho about Gareth Bale, he's injury prone, he's known for injuries, especially during his time in Real Madrid. Real Madrid paid £85 million for him from Tottenham back in 2013 as well, and it did say if Real Madrid are willing to sell him, which they are, they're looking to generate the same amount of funds that they paid for him from Tottenham. He has just recovered from injury. As Bale, he was he was the key player, that got them to the last 16 of the Copa del Rey as well, provided 2 assists, and he's just recently recovered from injury. I think he suffered a calf injury this season, as well as Gareth Bale. But as I said, he's won 10 honours, 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons with Madrid. We've been linked with him since 2013. Man United were prepared to pay up to £100 million for him back in the August window as well. We know Gareth Bale, very, very good for Wales. Had 6 fantastic years with Tottenham. Very, very good with Southampton as well. He'd risen up the ranks with Southampton. But as I said about Bale, we know he's injury prone, and that would concern. But when he's fully fit, he is good. Physical attributes good, tremendous speed, work rate good at putting balls into the box as well as Gareth Bale. But potentially, Mourinho's looked at quite a few wingers, as we all know as well. He missed out on quite a few targets back in August. Ivan Perisic. We didn't get him because we were not willing to pay the £48 million into Milan when demanding. He's a very, very good player. He's got good physical attributes, good at putting balls into the box, but I just felt as though, in my opinion, at Manchester United, he was not worth the £48 million. That Inter Milan, I mean, we could, potentially still revive his interest in him. Maybe in January or in next summer we could do. We missed out on quite a few targets, back in August. Also Griezmann, we missed out on him. We showed an interest in Fabinho because his versatility is very, very good at Monaco as well. We missed out on him. We missed out on, quite a few players, but Jose Mourinho said he's targeting for left-footed players as well. And, he said he wants £200 million, Jose Mourinho, in the window. And as I said, about Griezmann, Manchester United have been heavily into a move for Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann is a player I do really, really like because he's good, he's strong, he's quick, he's very, very clinical. He's an efficient finisher. He's Antoine Griezmann, he's a very, very good finisher. Hasn't been his best this season, but we know he's got a lot of experience of being in Spain. He's under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2021. And 2022, he's under contract with Atletico Madrid as Antoine Griezmann, as we all know. But Man United didn't get a deal over the line back in August due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban. He did estimate 6 out of 10 that he was coming to Old Trafford, did Antoine Griezmann. But due to the transfer ban, we never got a deal over the line. He did say in the press the other week that Man United could use him. He could come to Man United and we could actually put him in that number 10 position. But obviously, I think he fulfilled number 7 fantastically well because Man United, have got number 7 vacant, as we all currently know as well. But Griezmann also has a fantastic friendship with Paul Pogba. Griezmann's fantastic, as I say, all that experience in Spain. This is his 4th season now in the process with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid got him from Real Sociedad, was it about £30 million or something like that? But Real Sociedad did very, very good. Risen up the ranks for Real Sociedad, won the title with them, scored 52 goals in just over 2 century appearances, for Real Sociedad as well. Did Griezmann, best player of the tournament in Euro 2016 and also top scorer. He's very, very good for France as well. Got France to the quarterfinals in 2014 as well. And Griezmann did say he did regret the decision that he did not join United. Man United have approached Griezmann's representatives. He does have around an 86 million release clause as well. But it came out in the press the other week that reportedly, you know, he'd agreed a deal to actually, you know, in principle to join Barcelona, because he's also been on Barcelona's agenda. But Barcelona's, you know, main priority target is Coutinho. Barcelona's main priority target is Coutinho, but obviously, you know, Barcelona have got quite a few, you know, alternatives as well, you know, if they do fail with the pursuit of Philip Coutinho as well. And that's including Mesut Ozil as well from Arsenal Football Club, because Ozil, I think he's going to be, as I said, he's going to be playing in the game on Saturday. Ozil has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford. As we all know, he's been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford. Also, Barcelona have been interested in him, but reports were stemming from Spain the other day that reportedly had agreed a deal in principle, you know, to actually join Barcelona. Reportedly said he'd agreed a contract to join Barcelona as well, and these reports are coming from Spain. But Arsene Wenger had actually come out and said that Ozil has not agreed to join Barcelona, and Wenger had actually come out and said regarding Ozil and Sanchez, who are both come to end of the contracts with Arsenal, he says they will not be sold in the January transfer window as well. But I think Ozil is confirmed he's keen on staying in the Premier League. You know, he's Mesut Ozil as he's made clear. Ian Wright says it would be unbelievable. You know, it would be an unbelievable signing for Manchester United. You know, if Ozil, you know, was to come to Manchester United as well. It's also confirmed that Ozil's agent has been in discussion with Barcelona. Arsenal and Barcelona have been in contact, but reportedly, you know, Ozil's been demanding a higher wage increase. He's been demanding wages of over £300,000. I think he's, you know, been demanding this from Arsenal as well. And I think he's demanding it, you know, if whatever team he does go to, Ozil, because I do think he's going to leave Arsenal. But Wenger said he will not leave in January. But saying also Ozil's representative have confirmed that Ozil wants over £300,000 worth of wages as well. But since he's come to the Premier League, he's got a fantastic record of assists as Mesut Ozil. He hasn't got such a good, you know, record, you know, of scoring or providing assists against the big teams. Even in the last couple of years, he's done well against us as Ozil, you know, scored about 2 goals, got 2 assists as well. So he's contributed 4 goals as Mesut Ozil against us in the last couple of years. But we know he's heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford. But he's got a record of assists all in all since coming to the Premier League. Also very good at creating chances. And also in the press it reported as well. Reports stemmed from Germany yesterday that Chelsea had reportedly showed an interest in Mesut Ozil as well. Because obviously Conte is not satisfied with Chelsea's window. They did spend over £100 million in Chelsea, you know, but Chelsea is still in the search for the midfielder. They're looking to still add creativeness in their midfielder, and they're still looking for someone up front, you know, to partner up with Alvaro Morata as well. Chelsea reportedly said yesterday in the press that Chelsea have showed an interest in Ozil. Obviously, Barkley's on Chelsea's agenda as well. And, you know, Chelsea, you know, were interested in quite a few strikers, you know, back in the August window as well. And, you know, you've got Mesut Ozil, but Jose Mourinho classifies him as a good number 10. You know, he's got a lot of experience of being in Germany for 5 years. He was down Schalke, went to Werder Bremen, and then he went to Real Madrid, and he used to work with Jose Mourinho at Real Madrid. So Jose Mourinho may be keen on reuniting with a player. This is his 5th season now in the process of Arsenal. You know, he's made over 1 century appearances. And, you know, the contract talks are stalled. So in the process, Arsenal nowhere near securing Ozil a new deal with Arsenal. But he did say the other week in the press he'd been given permission to leave Arsenal in January. And he could be available for around £20 million or something like that. That's what was said. But potentially, you know, these 4 left-footed players Jose Mourinho's targeted, these are the favoured ones. Bale, Griezmann, Danny Rose and Mesut Ozil as well. But he's on Barcelona's agenda as well. Don't forget he's Mesut Ozil, because he's also had experience of being in Spain as well as Mesut Ozil. But as I was saying out to you guys, you know, Manchester United, you know, this is the main part of this video, you know, basically is about Daley Blind reportedly now. Reportedly his contract is set to expire in the summer, but reportedly we have yet to open talks over securing Daley Blind a new deal with the club. But like I said, like some players are rarer, he's comparable to some players, you know, Daley Blind. We have the option to put a 12-month extension on Herrera's current contract. We have the option to put a current further 12 months on Ashley Young's current contract, and we do have the option to put a current 12-month extension on Daley Blind's contract as well. And that, and you know, we've got Matu still coming to the end of his deal, and that Fellaini. So we could still see quite a few players go, but Daley Blind, we do have the option to put a 1 year extension on his contract, which will take him to Manchester United until 2019. But I think we're only going to trigger this 1 year extension, so we can actually cash in on the player, next summer. And Daley Blind has come out and suggested he feels his career could be over in the summer because he hasn't played much in the Premier League this season as Daley Blind. He has played in the Champions League this season as Daley Blind. Of Manchester United, he's nearly made a century appearances now in the Premier League. He can play as a left back, he can play as a centre back, he can play as a defensive midfielder. Can Daley Blind as well, in the current process. But Daley Blind, as I said, is an ex-Ajax player, risen up the youth system very, very well, won 4 Eredivisie titles, if I got that right as well. Very, very good for the Netherlands as well. He's earned 50 caps, made his full international debut in 2013, and was a member of the squad, that finished third in the 2014 FIFA World Cup as well, was Daley Blind as well. But fears now his career could be over, so we could lose him in the summer. But in the process, Man United had not been in any negotiations or any talks over securing him a new contract at Old Trafford. But he's another player that's coming to an end of his deal as well. We paid just, I think it was nearly £14 million for him from Ajax as well. And we've got Ander Herrera there. We do have the option to put a 1 year extension on his contract until 2019 as well. So we will see what happens about. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe. As always, guys, take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Take care, bye.